Hello children, till now we have done about the agriculture based industries. Now let's begin with the mineral based industries. So this mineral based industries are the industries that are based upon the mineral as a raw material. Those industries that uses mineral as their raw material, they are termed as mineral based industries. Example, your aluminium industry, iron and steel industry, automobile industries. So in this, your first is your iron and steel industry. The iron and steel industry is also called as basic industry. Why? Because all the other industries, whatever the machines they are using, that are all made up of the iron and steel only. That's why iron and steel industry is considered as the basic industry, because it provides machinery to the other industries also. In this, steel is needed to manufacture a variety of goods like construction material, defense, or in the other industries also. It is also called as heavy industry. Why? Because the raw material that it is using, iron ore, it is itself a heavy material, and even the goods that it produces, that are also heavy, and even also incur heavy transportation cost. That's why it is called as heavy industry. It requires iron ore, coking coal, limestone plus manganese that is used for harden the steel. It requires iron ore, coking coal, limestone in the ratio of 4:2:1. Factors that are necessary for the location of the iron steel industry are low cost of iron ore. That is, the iron ore, which is a raw material, important raw material for the iron steel industry, should be available at a cheap rate. Then along with the closeness of the other raw material also. Example, your coal is required, manganese is required. Then cheap labor is required for this, that the industry can get from the adjoining areas. Market is very necessary, because whatever the thing is produced, it has to be distributed to the market only. So market is also essential factor. India is the largest producer of sponge iron. Sponge iron is basically produced by the reduction of the iron ore in the form of lumps or the pellets. Pellets is basically the pieces of the iron that is in the form of the, like the stone. As the stone is there, so there are the small pieces of the iron only. Next comes now the mini steel plant and the integrated steel plant. Mini steel plants, they have small electric furnaces. They use scrap or sponge iron. They have re-rollers that uses steel ingots. Re-rollers are basically used for thinning the iron sheet. And the steel ingots, they are in the shape of the brick or in the shape of the rod. These mini steel plants, they produce mild and alloy steel. Next is integrated steel plant. These are the large industries in which, from the changing of the raw material into a refined iron and then making the manufactured products, okay, that is done in the integrated steel plant or the large industries. And now in the public sector, we have the Steel Authority India Limited. In the private sector, we have Tata Iron and Steel Company. These industries provide the iron products to the country and even for the export also. Chota Nagpur Plateau has the maximum concentration of iron and steel industry because of these factors. All these factors are available there in the Chota Nagpur Plateau. That's why we have the highest concentration of iron and steel industry, and most important, availability of the raw material as well as the water also. Now the drawbacks: limited availability of the coking coal. That is, coking coal is available in less quantity. Lower productivity of the labor. We have both kind of the labor, that is skilled and unskilled, but the productivity of the skilled labor is low. Irregular supply of the energy, that is, energy supply can be erratic also. It is erratic in the country. Poor infrastructure, that is, the communication and network and as well as the transportation network is poor in the area where the iron and steel industry is there.